if you have been raised by a narcissistic parent and you have siblings, and well, in my experience, we were raised to compete against each other, because I believe unconsciously my mother thought if we were in competition with each other, we couldn't compete against her and take away her power. That's kind of how I see it now. Anyway, if you are ready to heal because you're witnessing what you endured and the life path you had, for example, me, I was raised completely to think that I was unworthy. I wasn't able to show my happiness if my mother wasn't happy. But if I wasn't happy when she wanted me to be, I also got in trouble. And then I couldn't ever speak my truth or my mind. I was always told I was wrong, because more than not, my truth did not match anyone in my family, in my household, except for my dad's. So because of this, when I finally decided to heal, because my life was a fucking shit show, because I had so much unworthiness within, that my reality reflected that, right? So I had a first husband who didn't give two shits about me, but played the job that he did, played the role really well. And then an abusive relationship after that. And then I got married to an abusive narcissist, of course, because you attract what you feel within. And then an abusive relationship after that. So once I was done being so abused and wanted to no longer be abused, I finally started looking within. And when I was doing my healing journey, I realized I had to be separate from my parents. I remember one of my therapists saying to me, Trisha, they're not safe for you. And I couldn't really understand what she meant, but now I do. You cannot heal in the same place that you were tormented. You just can't. And now I'm very happy to say that my mother and I have a really good relationship. And I'm still working on my relationships with the other people in my life that I was raised with, family members, etc. But I had to separate myself in order to heal, because you cannot heal around the same torment that kept you small, because the people who kept you small want you to remain small. That's why they made you small in the first place. And they programmed everybody around you. I'm the youngest cousin on both sides of my family. They programmed everybody around me to get used to me being small. So now, when I speak my truth, more than not, the people around me are shocked and want to shame me for it. Shocked because they've never heard my truth, because I was never allowed to speak it. And they want to shame me for it because my truth does not necessarily reflect theirs. And just like me, my family members were programmed to think that if your truth is different from the majority, then you must be wrong. And I am surrounded by people who have not done the inner work. And that is okay. It's their life. I don't shame them. I don't judge them. But I know this. But instead of being careful and tiptoeing around them anymore, I don't. And I never will. I will continue to speak my truth. And they can shame me all they want. But the shame bounces right back, because I no longer accept it. Because I took the time to heal myself. I took the time to know that if it's coming out of my mouth, if it is my truth, then it is fucking valid and it is fucking important. And I feel amazing. I feel amazing that I took the time to heal, and now my outer world is reflecting the new healed version of me. And it's quite beautiful, because I am reaping the abundance and the love and the worthiness that I've always known was within me, but never quite knew how to get to. I never quite knew how to feel it. So, yeah, it's probably one of my most vulnerable posts, and probably my most open post. And again, if my family members were to see this, they would shame me for it, more than likely. They would judge me for it. They would tell me I was wrong. But I don't really give a fuck, because they're not in my shoes. And although they think they know me, the only person that truly knows you is you. And the only person that truly has to know you is you. I'm not saying I don't have family members that are loving, that are kind, that want to see me grow and evolve. But most of them are programmed to the fact that what comes out of Trisha's mouth is not necessarily right. I was the black sheep for sure. Not intentionally. But people don't necessarily understand when the black sheep turns their life around. But hell, that's what we're meant to do, aren't we? We're meant to evolve, we're meant to grow. And I don't have any other desire than to continue to evolve and grow. So I hope this message found the people it needs to find and inspires the people it needs to do. It needs to separate yourself from those who have cursed you, from those who have harmed you, and know they do not know what they do. And you will, after a while, if you choose, turn the other cheek. That is the most beautiful thing to get to. I'm at that point. I still struggle with a few of my family members just because they are so judgmental and so good at shaming me. So I still separate myself from some. And that's okay. You will feel guided as to who you can be safe around and who you are not. And follow that intuition and speak to none of them about it until you're ready to have a clear and focused point. Because they will jump on you. Because your opinion will not match theirs. And they will automatically think you're wrong because of it. And you're not wrong. You're never wrong for expressing your truth and your voice. I love you so much.